Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this July the 16th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's had a great Sunday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Sunday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to talk about the forecast for Monday and Tuesday. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location. Also, we're going to take a look at the storm reports and also the Storm Prediction Center overview. And also, we're going to take a look at Subtropical Depression Don at the end of this forecast cycle. Okay, if you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me. If you've been here before and have not subscribed, like I said, go ahead and smash it. And that way you can get my daily forecast twice per day. Also, like these videos and share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alrighty. As you can see, we got quiet conditions extending from Quebec, Canada, all the way down to a portion of southern and southeastern portion of southeastern Canada, across southern Canada, all the way back to the southwestern portion, of Canada as well. Also, we got dry condition and also fair weather for a portion of Seattle, Washington, just east of Seattle, Washington, over toward a portion of Montana, through Idaho, portion of Wyoming, toward Denver, Colorado, back to Los Angeles, San Francisco, up toward Oregon as well. Also in the portion of Arizona, New Mexico, over to Texas, toward Dallas and Houston area. Dry conditions expected. Northern central portion of Mexico. Also the Gulf of California there as well. High pressure is also in charge for a portion of Minnesota, down into Wisconsin, Iowa, and around to Chicago, Illinois. Also back over toward the Michigan area as well. Alright, we got showers over here around just Seattle and Vancouver, Canada regions here in the Pacific Northwest. Got showers and thunderstorms over portion of Nevada. Also down here in portion of Arizona. Northern portion of Mexico, right along the Mexico-Arizona border. Also in portion of New Mexico, some scattered showers over portion of Kansas. We got more widespread showers and storms right along the U.S. border, in Montana, and also North Dakota, and also in southern Canada there as well. Extending all the way through Nebraska, portion of Oklahoma, down to Louisiana, to the Gulf of Mexico there as well, down toward the Florida Keys, Miami area, along the coastal area of South Carolina, back up to Washington, D.C. area. Also through portion of Mississippi, Tennessee, all the way into Pennsylvania, New York, Montreal, Canada, Toronto, Canada, and back into Ohio and Indiana as well. Scattered showers and storms up here from New York City through Boston, all the way into Maine as well. For your Monday, in the yellow slashed area there, we got some severe weather possible in that region for your Monday. Alright, let's take a look at Tuesday forecast. You can see we got quiet conditions extended from Quebec, Canada, back down toward Michigan and also into Wisconsin, all the way back over to southern and southwestern Canada, around Vancouver, Canada. Also here in the United States, from Seattle, Washington, and Montana, into Wyoming, Idaho, Oregon, all the way through San Francisco, Los Angeles, down to the Gulf of California, northern and central California as well. Also in the toward the Houston and Dallas area, through Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Wyoming, portion of Colorado. Also portion of New Mexico, all the way into Mississippi, Alabama, even around the Atlanta metro area, high pressures in charge. Also in western North Carolina and much of South Carolina and much of Georgia as well. Alrighty, got some showers and storms over central and southern Florida. Also in the north part as well. Also over here, portion of northern Mexico, also through Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, portion of Nevada, and also over toward Denver, Colorado. Also got showers and storms right along the Canadian-U.S. border from North Dakota to Minnesota, through South Dakota, all the way down to Iowa, Tennessee, all the way back up toward Montreal, Canada, Toronto, Canada. Also over toward Maine, Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., all the way down to eastern North Carolina, in portion of eastern South Carolina, and the Grand Strand region of South Carolina, and the coastal waters area also for you Tuesday. Red slashed areas in the northeast from Maine all the way to New York City. That's some flash flooding, heavy rain possible. Same thing over here in portions of Kentucky, all the way back to Missouri and Iowa and Indiana and Illinois as well, for some heavy rain and flash flooding for your Tuesday. Alright, Let's take a look at the weather radar across the nation. As you can see, we got widespread activity over southern Wisconsin, also over here from Maine all the way through New York City, all the way down to the Atlantic coastal areas, offshore in the coastal water, in the mid-Atlantic region, also down in the portion of the southeast. Widespread showers and storms over Florida, also into Louisiana and Arkansas as well. Scattered activity, portion of southern Georgia, through portion of Virginia, West Virginia, into Pennsylvania, Michigan, all the way over towards portion of South Dakota. Some scattered activity over portions of Kansas, also over here in Illinois and Missouri, also in Texas as well, northern Mexico, the Baja area of California, and also over toward the west coast. Alrighty, Guam radar got a few scattered showers around the island. Central and south portion of Alaska got some scattered showers and numerous showers to the south. Currently around the Hawaiian chain island, got some scattered showers for you guys. Puerto Rico got some scattered showers for you guys on the island. Also across Cuba and the northern Bahamas as well. Alright, let's take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location across the nation. Alrighty. Still really nothing hadn't changed too much from earlier this afternoon. Still got a flood watching from Maine all the way down to almost New York City. We got flood warnings, flood advisories also in effect for that region as well. Also we got air quality alert for much of New York State, all of Pennsylvania, portion of North Carolina, also over here in portion of Northeast Ohio, Central Ohio, Southwest Ohio, also portion of Kentucky and Tennessee, all of Michigan, all of Indiana, all of Illinois, much of Wisconsin, all of Iowa, and southern portions of Minnesota. Also northern and eastern portions of Nebraska, eastern portions of Wyoming, and also much of Montana. We got some severe thunderstorm warnings also ongoing in portions of Indiana and also southern Illinois. Coastal, we got some special marine warnings for the coastal areas of the Outer Banks area of North Carolina, toward the Georgia coast as well. We got some heat advisories over portions of southern Florida, also over here in southern Alabama, the Panhandle region there of Florida, southern portions of Mississippi, western Mississippi, much of Louisiana, much of Texas, southern Oklahoma, also much of New Mexico, much of Arizona, much of Utah, scattered about through portions of Colorado, much of Nevada, much of Idaho, also much of Oregon, and also northern portions and the mountain region of California. Also we have a red flag warning in effect for portions of Oregon and also into Washington State, a little bit in southwestern Oregon and northwestern portion of Colorado as well. Alright, we got some ongoing severe thunderstorm warnings, severe thunderstorm watch in effect for Louisiana, look like Mississippi there as well. Also we have a severe thunderstorm watch also in effect for portions of Kansas, with a tornado warning ongoing and a severe thunderstorm warning there as well, and also a severe thunderstorm warning for area there in portions of Nebraska. Alrighty, we still got a excessive heat warning for central Texas, western Texas, much of west central and southern portion of Arizona, much of California, much of Nevada, and northwestern portions of Utah. Alright, Alaska looks good. We got some tropical storm watches in effect for areas around the Hawaiian chain island, and some gale warning as we have that tropical storm and Hurricane Calvin should be getting close to the Hawaiian chain island later on in the forecast period. Excuse me. Alright, Storm Prediction Center time overview, forecast and storm reports in this forecast cycle. Alright, we still got, there's that thunderstorm activity in the northeast. We got that marginal risk up here in the northeastern United States. There's all that shower and thunderstorm activity over Georgia and down into Florida. Also down here in Louisiana and Mississippi, where that marginal risk area is as well. Got that severe thunderstorm watch in effect for you guys. Also over here in portions of southern Illinois as well. Marginal risk in the darker green. Extending from portions South Dakota to Oklahoma, all the way eastbound over to Indiana. And the lighter green areas is just general thunderstorm. There's the outlook. You can see a little better without the radar composite. Current watches, mainly over central portions of Kansas, of Mississippi. The MDS discussion currently just this one here is mainly talking about the watch. This one here maybe well, this is not a watch likely, but may produce some severe weather in that region. Alright, storm reports. As of this current recording, tornado report, we had two. One was in Kansas, and one was up here in the Boston area of the northeastern United States. High wind reports, we had 96. One of them was high. Excuse me. We had hail reports, 8. One was large. There we go. We got it. And so that brought the total number of reports to 106. I do expect these numbers to increase as we continue to through the remainder of the evening and the afternoon hours as well. Alright. Wind reports took place up here in portions of New Hampshire, down toward Vermont, New Hampshire and Vermont area, down toward the Boston, Connecticut region, New York State, all the way down to Pennsylvania. Also down into Florida, Georgia, southern Alabama, southern Florida. Also we're here in southeastern Louisiana, eastern Louisiana, northern Louisiana, southern Arkansas, northeastern Texas. A whole bunch of them took place right over here in portion of Missouri, in portion of Illinois, central Missouri, and also one over here in portions of right along the Nebraska and South Dakota border. And the hail report generally was coming out of Kansas, and looked like one came out of Nebraska there as well. Fire weather, still got an elevated risk over Washington State, critical over portion of Oregon. So just be mindful of that. Alright, and finally we're going to wrap it up with subtropical storm here in a little bit. Alright, here it is right here. This is current position, 5 p.m. Still subtropical depression. It's going to be a depression all the way through 2 p.m. Wednesday. May regain strength back to a tropical storm by Thursday and also into Friday. If you missed my broadcast earlier this afternoon, make sure you go back and check it out. I will talk more in detail of this tropical cyclone. And like I said, it's just only a depression. So if you want to find out more about it, I have more detailed information in that video. Alright, but if you're tracking it at home, here's the current location, 39.3 north, longitude 47.0 west. Movement was east at 9 miles per hour. Maximum sustained winds still remain at 35 miles per hour, which keeps it as a tropical depression, less than 39 miles per hour winds. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well. Enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing, and we will catch you back in the next one.